Hey boys and girls, this is Larry, UBRailroad.com. Check me out. Today is September 7th, 2016. I'm starting to build the brand new U&B. It's going to be in the same room. We're not moving. Couldn't find anything out there. So I'm staying here. So anyway, I decided to go with the lamination roadbed technique this time around. For those of you that may not know what that is, that's simply a bunch of strips like this. This is that masonite board that I used around the Ugnaught and the Butternocks area. I just sliced it down to 5/8 thick. You could go any thickness you want. My friend did 1 inch. I'm doing 5/8 because I'm a miser and I like to save product and not do any more than I have to do. But here's the way it works. I figured that at 5/8 or at these things as thick as they are, I need 24 of them, plus I need 2 spacers like this. So I'll go 6, 6, 6, 6, and then these will be spacers, and that'll give me about 3 3/4 inch thickness where any track will lay down on it. This is excellent for deadening sound as well. It works really good. My big disadvantage is that I don't have my bench work up. My friend had his bench work all up, and he started at one end and just made one big continuous loop, so his is just one piece. Mine's going to be multiple pieces because I need to make maybe 4 of these curves so I could start laying them and see how much distance I got, because I do not want to trap myself like I did on the other one. So I'm going to have plenty of room everywhere. It's a whole new concept, the whole bit. It's still going to be coal and lumber and, you know, the town and stuff, but it's going to have a lot more variety in it. But anyway, when you do this, now I'm not going to show you me gluing all of this. I mean, you get the picture here. So I take 6 of these and I start gluing them and I clamp them. You see all the clamps I've got. Right there is 18 clamps, and then I took a 4-inch PVC tube and I cut them up like this. These are about 3/16. I should have made them just a little wider, because the wider you make them, the more clamping ability they have, and then the wider you spread these as well, you know, the tighter and harder they get. So anyway, these 3 are kind of holding it down because, as you can see, my cedar slat table isn't exactly level, so this brings everything to a level plane. So when I put these in there, everything is down the same. Now this, of course, is the bottom. The other side's nice and smooth. So this does do a nice job. It does take a little extra time, but I think in the long run you're going to find that, you know, you got a pretty good system going, and it's very strong, because when I get one of these done, I'm going to show you how I could span 2 or 3 feet and stand right in the middle of it, and my fat ass won't even break it. So it's very durable. You know, you don't need a lot of support when you start putting this in either. You know, like I might need one maybe here, and then one over there, and then one over there. So you're not using a lot of support wood, which, you know, could be a benefit as well. But you kind of get what I'm doing. Make sure you put wax paper in there. This way the glue won't stick to that dry cedar, because that'll bind real tight, and you don't want to, you know, pry and break and things like that. So, but you kind of get what I'm doing here. So let me make a few of these, and then once I get a few of these made, then I'll show you how I'm going to incorporate it into my plan, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay guys, that's it. Over and out. Hey boys and girls, this is Larry with UBRailroad.com. Check me out. Hey, we're getting started on the bench work where we use the L girder. It is the fastest thing I have ever done in model railroading since 1960. You can kind of see that what I've got right here is just a little less than 6 hours of work with me and my friend. And you could see that right over there. I took all of my train display, I moved it back there into the closet like that, took the doors off to give me a little more room, and this is the way we think it might go. Right here is going to be my water again with my log pond and logging, and I've got a very big area now for my logging right here. So this right here, you can see this is probably 8 to 9 feet. It's going to be 6-foot radiuses instead of the old 4s. It'll come down this way, and from here all the way around to about right here. I can do whatever I want because this is going to be coal mining. This could all be town, this could be whatever. But I want to kind of show you how this L girder works if you're not familiar with it. You just simply take a 1x4, screw a 1x2 on it, and make that your ground zero. And then you add your stringers or supports all over wherever you need them. And then you could just screw up in here and affix it with one screw, you're good to go. And then when you tie it all in and you put your roadbed all together, it makes it good and strong and you're able to walk on this. But I just wanted to show you a latest update. I'm not going to put a movie out every day. I'll just run 5 or 6 of them together and then I'll show you what we got. But you can kind of see it's just going to be like a big U-shaped, and then you'll just walk into the middle of it and you'll be able to work both sides over there by the closet or where the train rack is. You'll be able to reach on both sides. This one's going to have 3 or 4, if not as many as I could get in here as far as passing spurs or setup track, whatever you want to use the track for. So I'm going to have all of this, but then I'm also going to stick a Bachmann track inside all of this. This is all going to be hand laid track, but the Bachmann track is going to go on the inside for my 1/32 scale and all of that, so I could run 2 trains on separate lines at the same time. So anyway, this is what I got going so far. Just trying to bring you an update. Okay, I'm going to leave you for now. I'll get back to you when I got another update. Thanks for stopping by. Hey boys and girls, this is Larry with UBRailroad.com. Check them out. Hey, as you can see, I'm getting pretty much most of my L girder bench work is getting pretty complete. You kind of see where I'm at with all of this now, how fast it goes up. You're only looking at about maybe 8 to 10 hours so far, and look how far I've gotten. You can kind of see now this over here is going to be my big lumber mill, and there's going to be my waterfall again, except this time it's going to come down here. It's going to be that wide, then it's going to drain over here and fall down to about this far off the ground. This will all be tall timber trestle from here all the way around. There'll be another trestle over here. I'll have some more track coming in underneath here. I'm going to run 2 if not 3 lines, but you can kind of see how my track is starting to shape up. You kind of get the idea. It's going to be like an inverted 8 or something. Goes right along here. I'm just starting at one end right now, and I'm only putting one of the 3 sides of the railroad or the roadbed in. As you can kind of see, I'm gluing it right here, and it's very flexible right now, but you know, as you start adding to it, it gets stiffer and stiffer until the point where you can actually walk on it and not damage anything. Like right here, I mean, look at here. I mean, I could lean right on this right here, and I mean, it's not screwed down, but I mean, you kind of see that the strength that it has. And even if I took this out, it would still support itself. So you can see that you're not using the supports that you would normally use, possibly. And another thing, my gosh, am I saving the screws? I'm only putting 2 screws into every support. Saves a ton of time. All of these parts of the L girder, if I need to move it, 2 screws, I can slide it in, make it narrow, wider. It's a good way to go if it fits your type of construction. But anyway, just wanted to give you a little heads up as to, or a little update as to where we're at. But I'll catch you in a couple more hours. Hey boys and girls, this is Larry, UBRailroad.com. Check me out. Today's September 30th. I've got my main line all connected now, and I want you to kind of see what it's like. I have a total of maybe 25 to 30 man hours in this. I haven't been working on it that much. I live on an acreage and I'm trying to get things ready for fall here, but I'll give you an idea of what I've done here. You can kind of see how the L girder system works, and then you can see how my laminated roadbed works as well. I put 6 spacer 6, spacer 6. This comes out to right about 3.5 inches. As you can see, here's a piece of Cockatrack, but it's still standard. But I mean, you can see how much room hangs on that, okay? Now, I told you how strong this lamination is. Now, you see all of this? Now, watch this. I'm going to pick this up right here. Look how much of that is up in the air. So you don't really need as much support as you generally would use. So that saves you a lot of wood. So far, I have not bought anything. I've used everything from my other layout, which you could easily tell that I overbuilt everything, and that's why I have, you know, so much extra stuff. But this is the way it's going to go. I'm going to have an inner loop on the inside of this that's going to come up here. It's going to go around the sawmill, back underneath through here. That's going to be the town up in there, all along here, all along there. It's going to be a very large town. And then it's going to go back into the mountains. And then it's going to loop up here around the coal mining area and then back out again. And then up there at the top, I'm going to have a double crossover switch. So it'd be like, you know, maybe a double dog bone or something. But I figured that this is going to, right now I have 112 feet of track as it sits. So with my inner loop, I figure maybe another 90 feet. So I'm going to have right at 200 feet of track. And this is a much cleaner, simpler, easier way of constructing this. And I think I'm going to be able to put a lot of big features right back into this. But I just wanted to give you an update on it. I actually think I'm actually going to be able to use my mural too. That's why I haven't painted the walls. And we'll just kind of see what happens from there. But stay in touch, or I'll stay in touch and let you know what else is going on. If you like this, post a like. If you don't, thumbs down, I guess. But this is it for now. Talk to you guys later. Hey, boys and girls, this is Larry, U&B Railroad. Hey, I forgot to show you my clamping method. This is a picture, okay? I forgot to incorporate it in my videos. But what I did is I bought a 10-foot tube of 4-inch PVC, and I cut it down, and you could see how many clamps I have there and how well they work. They do a great job. Cheap way to get clamps. I mean, I've got over 100 clamps and I've only got 20 bucks in it, so that's 20 cents a clamp. Plus all my other ones that you see, the black ones, those are ones I've had previous. But you can see how much you could glue at one time. And by cutting those 3/4 of an inch and then splitting them open like that, you could actually glue all of the entire 3.5-inch roadbed at one time, and it does an excellent job. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention because I forgot to tell you about that. But that is a really cheap way to really keep going and progressively keep moving forward when you're building this lamination type roadbed. But I guess you kind of see what it is. But anyway, that's it, guys. Just a little update. Talk to you later.